I couldn't burp, hold on. I still can't burp, whatever. Alright, and go. Everything all started like it was a normal day. I woke up and I got out of bed, and then I went down the stairs from my room to the living room to make my breakfast. That was when I got the phone call. On the end of the phone, there was a woman who sounded about 25 years old, and she spoke to me.
Hello, is this Jeffrey?
Yes, that's me. What are you calling me about?
There's been an incident in this area. A guy named Thomas Abraham has gone missing, and the investigation team found that you are a friend of his. We are just calling to let you know.
Oh my god, I said. Then she hung up. I was confused at first. Like I didn't understand what she had said. But all of once, it hit me, and I realized it must all be true. My friend Thomas really had gone missing. My mind started to racing. I had only spoken to him 2 weeks ago, and then I was really worried. What if he was... No, it couldn't really be true, but I couldn't stop the thinking that he might be dead. 8 days went by, and there was no more news about Thomas. I tried my best to not think about what was happening, and I wanted to take my mind off it, so I have been playing video games to try and cheer myself up. I am almost 30 years old, but I am strange because I still like to play video games that kids play, like Mario games and Minecraft. Just then, I heard a loud knock on the door, and I was startled by surprise. Who could it be? I opened the door to see who it was, but there was no person there at all. There was just a small cardboard box sitting there under my feet. I picked it up. To Jeffrey, from your friend, Thomas. Oh my god, it was from Thomas! Quickly, I brought the package inside, and I was wondering what it was inside there. It feels very light, like it is almost empty, but I opened it as soon as I got back to my room. When I opened it at first, I thought it was empty because I couldn't see anything, but when I looked closer, I saw that there was actually something in there. It was a USB flash drive. Everything was so confusing. Thomas had been missing for over more than a week now, and nobody had heard anything about him since it happened. And now I was getting a mysterious cardboard box from him. I had to see what is on the flash drive. I turned on my computer and I put in the flash drive and opened the folder that pops up when you put in a flash drive. There were 2 files I could see. The first one was a text document, and it was 51 kilobytes small. I opened it to see what it was about, and when I saw what it was, I gasped. It was a message to me from my friend Thomas.
Hey Jeffrey, if you're reading this, that means it's already too late for me. I don't have enough time to explain why I went missing because I have to type this message quickly. There's a game on this USB drive and I want you to delete it, because it's the only copy left, but I couldn't delete it. Please, help!
This is better than I was expecting, oh my god. The message ended there. I sat silent for maybe 10 minutes and I couldn't think what was going on. Was this a really message from Thomas? Why does he want me to destroy a game? I had to see what it was, and when I looked at the USB flash drive folder again, I saw the game. It was an .exe folder, but it was a really big file. It said it was 639 gigabytes big. I didn't think I had ever seen an EXE game that was such a big file. I realized as soon as I saw it that this is the game Thomas wants me to destroy. But now I was very curious about it. I decided I could delete it as soon as I saw what the game was about. I should have just deleted it right then. I gotta like this review, this is genius. Yeah, I mean, it's 639 gigabytes is like security breach size, honestly.
That's facts.
Before I opened the game, I read the title of it. It was a very strange title, and I didn't understand it. It's called I Wanna Jump Like a Frog that likes to jump like a... Hold on. I wanna jump like a frog that likes to jump like another frog. I think it was translated from some different language or something. I opened the game, but at first I thought nothing had happened. Then I realized that the game was very big, so it would take a very long time for it to open, so I went to do something else. Hold on, I gotta turn down funny music a bit. There we go. Alright, base gamers, let's go. I went back downstairs to play some Mario games, but I had only been playing for about 5 minutes when I got a phone call. That's strange, I said. Usually, I don't get so many phone calls, and the last one I had was when that woman told me that Thomas had gone missing last week. I picked up the phone and asked who it was. Hello?
Hello,
Oh,
Jeffrey.
yeah, you. Sorry. Who is this? I stuttered. The voice on the end of the line sounded just like Thomas, but something was wrong. I asked again because I wasn't sure. Who are you? What do you want?
You already know who I am, Jeffrey. I'm your friend Thomas.
Something was wrong with the voice. It did sound like Thomas, but he had never sounded like this before. It sounded like he was holding back his laughs while he spoke to me. It was an evil speaking. You can't be Thomas! He went missing 8 days ago now!
Don't be so nieve. I saw that you opened the gift I sent you.
I was confused about what Giphy he meant, but then I thought, it had to be the USB that I got today. How do you know about the USB? And you aren't Thomas? I don't believe you.
Really? Don't believe me? Well, in that case, I think you should go back to your room. The game has loaded by now.
Wait, Click, you know what? The phone was now empty. What did any of that mean? Thomas had never spoken to me like that before. But what if it was him? I wanted answers to all of my questions, but none of them were going to me. I thought about what the Thomas on the phone had told me. The game, of course. The game! I had waiting for it to open all the whole time. Surely it was ready now. I ran all the way back to my room, and when I got there, suddenly I felt very scared. Didn't Thomas tell it to destroy this game? But I had gone too far to not see what the game was, and I sat down in my chair and looked at the computer. The game was open. The screen was very strange. It said, "Welcome to the life of a frog. Do you continue?" There was an option for yes and no. I clicked the option that says yes. You know what the yes option is, right, Cosmo?
Yeah.
Then it showed me a game which had a little pixel art frog that was the player, and there were spikes all on the screen that you had to jump over. I thought at first the game was broken because I wasn't able to jump, but eventually I figured out there was the shift key you press for jump. That's dumb, I said. The game was easy and I was jumping over lots of spikes, then all suddenly the game froze. For a split half a second, the pixel art frog changed into what looked like a real frog, but with its insides cut open. It reminded me of a dissectomy in school, which is when you cut open a frog for science. No shit. Then the pixel frog was back, and the game unfroze. A text came up on the screen, and it said, "Tutorial complete. Nicely well done. This is your last chance to turn back." The message gave me creepy, but once again the options appeared, but this time it was different. This time there was no option that said no. The option on the left said yes, like before, but the one on the right said accept your fate, which was really strange. Hold on. Okay. I didn't know what option to choose, and it was starting very scary, but I had to keep going to see what was going on in the game. Finally, I pressed the normal option button that said yes. Then the screen went completely black, and the music in the game that had been playing all stopped. It was completely quiet in my room now. Then, all quietly from the game, I heard someone say, "Good choice." Oh, you want to say that?
Oh, yeah. Good choice.
It was scary because the voice sounded like my friend Thomas, but I forgot about it afterwards because the game started again. Now the game said it was level 1. All the music was gone from the game, and instead of music, the game was playing noises from a creek and of frog noises. That's clever, I thinking to myself, because the game is about frogs. In the game, I had to jump over a spike, then duck under another one while on a time limit. Then the thing that wasn't in the tutorial, which was I was collecting flies, they were instead of coins because frogs eat flies with their big tongue. This is a cool game. I was having a lot of fun, and then I reached a flag which was the end of the level. I was about to go to next level 2, but there was a loud scream. You want to... It was so loud, it sounded almost like it wasn't from the game, but like it was from inside my ears. But I ignored the font because it was impossible, I said to myself. But the scream had made me scared to play the game. I went to level 2 anyway. The level was pretty much the exact same as level 1, except the scream was darker, and the game sound had changed again. Before it had sounded like a peaceful creek, but now, as well as the creek noises, it sounded like there was a dying animal somewhere in the distance. It was so off-putting because... because it was like there was a dead deer inside my house. And I was getting really scared. But I kept going, because now I had to think that this game is a horror game, and it is just trying to spook me. It was a very scary game, but sometimes I like to be scared by games, so it was okay. The level had been the same as level 1, but then something happened. I collected one of the flies, but it really wasn't a fly. The game said I had eaten a wasp, and it was game over. Then, instead of starting me back at the level, it showed a animation to me. It was the frog from the game, but it wasn't the cute pixel art frog. It was the scary looking frog I had saw after the end of the tutorial. The frog was jumping along and it saw a big wasp and stuck out its tongue to try and eat it. But the wasp got angry and used its stinger to cut into the frog's neck. And then the frog started to bleed lots of blood from its neck. And the wasp was still angry, so it took its stinger and started stabbing the frog in its eye. And there was so much blood that it looked like the frog had turned red instead of green. Then finally, the wasp used its stinger to cut off all the frog's legs, and it kept bleeding for about 2 minutes until it died. Holy shit. I was horrified and screamed.
Alright, sorry.
Yeah.
Let me get him.
Oh, Jesus. I had enough of the game. I didn't care if it was a horror game, so I turned off the game and remembered Thomas had told me to destroy it. I listened his advice, and so I deleted the file into the trash can on my computer. Then I emptied the trash can so it was gone for good. I hoped that was the end of the game. But then when I tried to turn the computer off, it glitched out. The message from the beginning of the game kept coming on the screen. Welcome to the life of a frog. Welcome to the life of a frog. Depression. 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 It was really scary. I stood up off my chair and started to run down the stairs, but then, just when I heard someone stepping around, they had got into my house. I locked myself into my room. That's where I am right now. I'm writing what happened now and being really quiet so someone can help me before it's too late. Oh no, now he's coming up the stairs. I think he heard me.
Oh no, you're in there. Come out so I can show you my plan.
I don't know what to do. I think he's going to kill me. Then he breaks my door down and comes into my room.
Hello, Jeffrey.
What? How does he know my name? Who are you? I managed to get out.
The name's Lucas, but around these parts they call me L.A. Watson. And I am the creator of I Wanna Jump Like a Frog, who likes to jump like another frog.
But why are you breaking into my house?
It's all part of why I made the game. Now that you have played, you're ready to come with me. You, sir, I do like to jump like a frog. And now you can jump like one too. Forever.
Epilogue. The above text was found in the house of Jeffrey Douglas, who went missing 7 months ago in this area. He was a friend of Thomas Abraham, who also went missing in the same month. All we found in Jeffrey's house was the above text, and in his room there was a frog on the floor. It seemed like it was very scared and hopping around everywhere. We gave it to a pet store. So to anyone who reads this, please, if you have any idea what happened to Thomas or Jeffrey, reach out to us.
Sorry, it's Jeffrey Douglas.
Yeah, Jeffrey Douglas. You're right. Alright, clear.
Clear.
Alright, thanks for reading it with me.
I'm gonna go back to waiting for my food now.
Yeah, go for it. Alright, that's the closest you get to Legends actions this week, cause no Legends tomorrow.